If you ask parents, June and end of May is the craziest time of the year. There's, well, exams. There's field trips, grads, parties, concerts, recitals. There's camping weekends for grads, end of school year stuff, plus all the extracurricular things, all wrapping up. Okay, it can be overwhelming this time of year. Gail Bell from Parenting Power here with some advice to help us get through this month stress-free. And I guess, is it perspective? Is that how the best way is to kind of look at all these things?
Yes, and Ted, our phone is ringing off the hook right now with parents saying.
Yeah, I bet.
It is, but I hate the word but I'm going to say it happens every year.
Yeah.
So just like the holidays at Christmas time. So we really encourage parents, we say you have just over a month left.
Yes.
It's going to be June on the weekend. Please take the time for yourselves first to look at a calendar.
Yeah, look at a calendar.
Yeah, not this calendar. I know they're effective when you're on the go, but get a calendar out and look at your June first as the adults in the family and plot it out a bit on a piece of paper or in a book like this.
Yeah.
And then get your kids and say, we don't want to have that June.
Yeah.
So let's look at what we have, let's put in what we have, and let's make some family expectations. So the number one expectation is sleep.
Okay.
We cannot...
You can't give up on that.
You can't give up on that. So get sleep in and make a plan around your sleep. So grad perhaps is a little bit different, but if they have after grad, then nothing happens the next day.
Sure.
And that's okay, that's your day, you sleep.
Yeah, sleep and rest and catch up because you've had a fun time with your friends and that type of thing.
And that's a one-off
We should be showing the kids too, right?
Absolutely.
Lay it out on a table and say, look guys, this is how busy we are. This is just the 4 weeks of June, right?
Let's look at this.
So they can see it.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So they can see it. And then sometimes, often, we have to make choices as a family.
Yes.
You have to make choices, and you're teaching your child a life lesson. It is not your job as a parent to allow them to do everything and then freak out on them the next day because they're tired and they're grouchy, or they didn't do their chores, or they didn't study for that math test. So get the school in there as well. Don't forget about school. There's a month left.
Exams and studying for that and mapping that all out.
And make some choices.
When we make a choice and we have to say no to our kids, how do you suggest doing that? Because the kids might be hearing from their friends, oh, are you going to this grade 5 thing that we're doing with the tea before the dinner, before the dance, before the, you know what I mean?
You've got it.
Yeah.
You've got it.
How do you say no to say, look, we're choosing to only go to this?
You work with them. It's not, we've decided you're doing this. We're like, okay, here's the choices. So let's say you have a child in grade 4. There's 4 things this week. That won't work for our family. You may feel sad for a moment that you're missing that, but let's talk about the 2 things you do get to go to.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
And then you might want to give them some social script, or if you're at a party after the soccer, you say, in our family, we leave at 8:30.
Yeah.
So I promise you, I won't say, come on, we got to go, it's bedtime.
Yeah.
We'll have a cue for our family. And if you choose, 8:30 is reasonable in our house when you're in grade 4 to leave because you have school the next day. It's kind of late, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just communicate with your kids, and they get it. Talk about all the things they get to do, not the things they don't get to do.
Fair enough.
And please, families, divide and conquer where you have to. Don't feel like both parents have to be at every soccer game.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're dragging your little ones.
Oh, my gosh.
It just... have some common sense around it. Say what's going to work for our family, because we, parents, we get tired, we lose our patience, and everything blows up.
And that's when we lose our cool, yeah.
Calendar's really important. Some social script for your kids to say, thank you, I can't because I'm doing this week.
Yes.
I get to do these 2 other things.
Yes. Good
and
advice.
Stay steady, because there's lots our kids do get to do. I just want to add one other thing.
Yeah, quick.
For the next year, talk to your parent council. Say, how many parties do we need to have? Why are we having end-of-year parties in May when we have a whole month of school? What message are we sending to our children?
Yeah.
So talk, plan. Field trips in June, not great.
Yeah, no kidding.
They're exhausting.
Right? Yeah. Good advice. Thank you, Gail. Gail Bell from Parenting Power. Communicate. All starts with mapping it out, though.
It does.
And having the parents' conversation before the conversation with the kids.
What we get to do. We don't get to do it all.
This is what we get to do this year, not this is what we're giving up on. Okay, very good. 8:27. We still have a lot more to cover this morning. News headlines, traffic update, and Andrew has a fantastic weekend forecast coming up for us. This is going to be beautiful. Breakfast Television continues after this.